Hey there everybody, bringing you in for another online match here, playing as Nash again, playing against Korn Sephiroth. Now I was trying to do some research and figure out if this was the Korn FGC guy who plays Alex, who's pretty good. Because this Alex I played was actually very strong. We actually played a few more sets after this, and he definitely was favorable there. The reason for showing this one is not just because I won, but just because a lot of cool stuff happens in this set. Anyway, Alex, character that I think is, I mean, now a lot of people are starting to see that he's pretty strong, but I've always felt like he was, he always had the tools, and he's just really hype. Like, all the stuff he does is just so cool. And so it's kind of cool to see some really good Alex players like LPN do great work with him. So here in this matchup, it's kind of, I would actually say that this matchup's 5-5, just because Alex is not as worried about projectiles as some other characters are, but also because his wake-up options against Nash are so good. His forward fierce, hard punch, I would have to say, the one where he swings upwards, puts him at +3 when it's blocked, and so he can go for a command grab, or he can go for further mix-ups after that. And against Nash, Nash really doesn't have any type of real answer to that. Even if Nash V reversals it, because it's not really unsafe or anything, the Alex player can be back in your face. So it's really strong against him, and you're gonna see him use that a lot against me, and even like punish me a lot by command grabbing me on the ground, because he's just so smart about that kind of thing. This is definitely one of the better players I've played, which makes me think he's that Korn FGC guy who plays at tournaments, but I don't know that for sure. I'll have to verify that. Right there, got him with a jump-in combo into super. Really basic, but got the damage. He's got full resources, so he can do some damage here. Right there, he made a mistake by doing that scythe right there, or that not scythe, but the chop. It was a little unsafe. And I think he tried to make a comeback there with V. He tried to do a V trigger parry, but I didn't fall for it. Right there, did scythe at a point blank range. That actually wasn't safe, but I got away with it. And it was kind of random, so that's why he got hit by it. Got him twice with the crush counter. He's waking up with buttons too often there. And now I have a pretty good advantage here to win. His health total is extremely low. That was a good V reversal on that. I did EX Fireball there in case he tried to do the EX shoulder rush, or elbow rush, so I pretty much had that space covered. And then he jumped and landed on the Fireball. We've all done that before. It makes me salty when I land on it. I'm sure it makes him salty. You know, it just happens. It's not a big deal. Alright, so going into this next match, even though it looked like I really just beat him right there, he actually is a really good player, and you'll see it here. He's just so good at conditioning, and he does condition me quite a bit. And of course Alex does big damage, so you just gotta watch out for it. He tried to block one of my projectiles with the chop. I don't like that. This is for the same reason that I'm not totally in love with Ryu's parry on projectiles, because there's a timing to it, and so under pressure, or if there's different speeds, you'll get clipped by it. As you can see right here, just totally bodying me. I meant to do a light kick scythe right there after he did that, but it didn't come out after my light punch, and that could have been an input error. I'm not going to say this game BS'd me or something like that. Right there, he tried to do the headbutt, or yeah, the stun gun. The regular versions are so slow. I like the EX version way better because it's extremely fast, and you might block up because you're trying to block the stomp. And if an Alex player is good at using his forward hard punch a lot, it kind of keeps you from jumping too much. Right there, I didn't use my V trigger well, so now I'm not looking too hot to win this. Right there, I was fishing with it for the super a little too much, and he kind of sniffed that out a little bit. Like, as you saw, I did the stand medium punch a bunch of times, and then when he did a jump in, I did super. My timing on that was just a smidge too early, and I think I was thinking about it too much, and so I just kind of let him have offense, and so that was my fault on that. Anyway, on to this last match. Pretty interesting one here. As you can see, he made some good adjustments. He got a lot of command grabs on me because he's forced me into a blocking position by getting his normals out there and making me feel like I need to block. So I just have to continue to do that. I love the elbow rush. I think that move is so good. It's safe, it does good chip, and if it hits, it does decent damage. Right there, missed the follow-up on the I want to say it's Deadly Assault or something like that is what it's called. Right there, that's the one I was looking out for the whole time. And he didn't do it basically ever, but that one time he got me. Right here, getting some good stuff going. He's gotten his game plan started. And boom, just like that. And he resetted right there. Instead of doing the EX back throw 2 times, he did the command grab because he knew I would just be sitting there blocking, so that was really smart on his part. And that's why Alex is sick, man. He just has such good mix-ups, and his damage is huge, so like when you get one of those mix-ups, it's just like the match is over. Right there, kind of catching him, pressing a few too many buttons. Right there, that forward hard punch, that's just so good. Right here, I caught him doing the EX stun gun, and I got the full combo into super. And with Nash's V trigger, because you only have to press buttons, you have to do inputs, it's really easy to react to things with it. So you have to, as an opposing player, you have to kind of watch out for that, because the Nash player can seriously do that on reaction. Even with 8 frames, if you only have to press 1 button, it's not that bad. Which is why jab anti-airs are so good in this game, because it's easy to react with those. Right there, he air-to-aired me, he said, "Get the fuck out of my air." So, right there, he tried to gamble. He had a super, so he wanted to break my guard. I kind of sniffed that out. Right here, got him with a big combo, big damage. And now he's got to come after me, and I'm fully aware of that. He's got to take some type of gamble. So you're going to see me just kind of wait, and right there I get my opportunity and get Scythe into super. So 2 critical art wins there. Well, yeah, that was a good set, and he's a really good player. Just because I beat him here, he's actually, I think he's better than me, to be honest. So good games to him, and if that's Corn FGC, shout outs, man.